Today in South Korea, I blew out my voice. We were heading to Lotte World, a giant indoor amusement park, which is great because it was a rainy day. So we grabbed some cafe food at the hotel and then Ubered to Lotte World. This isn't where I killed my voice, but you'll find out more about that later. Again, Lotte World is a giant indoor amusement park, but it also is attached to a giant underground mall. So before going into the park, we did some light exploring and we found a Bandai Gacha store. Bandai does the merchandising for One Piece, and so I found two One Piece machines. From the first one, I got a replica of a really powerful red Shanks card from the One Piece card game. The second machine had little figurines of different One Piece characters, and again, only needed one pull. My luck was on fire. I got Gear 5 Luffy. Sarah did some Hello Kitty pulls, and they even had a Godzilla gacha machine, and I did some pulls from that for my boy Ian back home. Got you, Ian. Now, Lotte World is insane. A fantasy-themed indoor amusement park with 5 floors, including 1 floor underground. An ice rink in the middle of the entire thing, and they had an event going on where the whole place was themed after Pokemon. So I snagged some pictures with Pikachu, Snorlax, Charizard. Thankfully, we used Klook to get some magic passes because, oh my god, I could not imagine waiting 260 minutes in line for a ride. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. If you ever come to Korea and go to Lotte World, you have to get magic passes. Otherwise, this is nuts. We rode the Conquistador. It's a swinging ship ride. This ride is a must-go for any BTS fan because the boys rode it in a Run BTS episode where we got some epic memes. They had an indoor roller coaster with a loop, and the rain started to let up, so we actually went out to the outdoor area of the park too. There's a lake that feeds into the Han River where Lotte World has an island park, and you go from the indoor park over a giant bridge onto the island and see crazy stuff. Castles, a fantasy village, roller coasters. All the rides were still closed because of the rain and there was lightning earlier, but their boats were open. So we took a UFO boat out onto the pond and had some fun boating around together. We went back inside and used our last fast pass to hit the Flume ride, hung out a bit more around the park, and then headed over to the Jamsil Sports Complex. Now, a ways back, Seoul hosted the Olympics. This was at the Jamsil Sports Complex, and we went to see a baseball game. It was a game between the Doosan Bears and the KT Wiz, and you know we're rooting out here for the Bears. We got our tickets, got some merch. By the way, the concession's also nuts. This is chicken in a baseball helmet attached to the top of a cup. So all of your food and drink are contained in one vessel. And Korean baseball games are so nuts. There's no announcer. Each team brings their own pep squad with an announcer and cheerleaders, and they hype up each other's crowds. And the fans cheer and dance and yell and compete vocally against each other while the teams are playing. We were super lucky. The guy behind us was so chill, teaching us the chants, getting hyped with us. We were buying each other beers. Sitting with him definitely made the experience so cool. The game may have ended in a tie, but I caught a foul ball. It was absolutely legendary. If you can't tell from my voice, I was belting it out the whole time. At the end of the game, we went ahead and Ubered back to the hotel, and we crashed hard. See you tomorrow.